Welcome to this presentation of WisCon's weekly webinars. Today we will discuss an important safety device that helps prevent electrocution when we are using electrical tools or equipment near water or in wet environments. This device is commonly referred to as a GFCI. What are GFCIs? The definition is of a ground fault circuit interrupter. OSHA defines GFCI as a device intended for the protection of personnel that functions to de-energize a circuit or portion of a circuit within an established period of time when a current to ground exceeds some predetermined value that is less than that required to operate the overcurrent device of the supply circuit. Ultimately, they are designed to protect an operator and the equipment plugged into them. Electrical receptacles and breakers typically equipped with a ground fault circuit interrupter monitor the amount of current flowing through the path, and if it senses a drop in returning current of just a few thousandths of an amp, it will almost instantaneously trip an internal breaker and stop power flowing from the receptacle. Types of GFCIs. There's three main types that you see. First that we see is the GFCI receptacles, and second is breaker switches. Typically you may find these installed on temporary power poles on construction sites, portable generators, and in areas of buildings or other structures where water may be present, such as your bathrooms, kitchens, mixing areas, garages, open-sided shops, and obviously also outdoor work areas. If one of the receptacles in a circuit containing multiple receptacles is GFCI protected, the GFCI will protect all the other receptacles wired behind it in the circuit. But of note, not any that are wired in front of it in that circuit. GFCI breaker switches alternatively can be installed inside of a breaker box, which protects all receptacles that are then wired into that circuit. The third type that we know of is portable GFCI equipped devices. They can be plugged into any unprotected receptacle, which in turn protect equipment plugged into them. You can usually distinguish a GFCI receptacle by its two buttons, typically marked test and reset. As you see in the pictures here, in the receptacle on the left, you can see the test button is in the bottom on black, and the red larger button is your reset button. They typically are marked test and reset and placed in the center of the receptacle. There are also GFCI breaker switches that can be installed inside of a breaker box, which protects all the receptacles as we stated in that circuit. There are also the portable GFCI equipped devices that can be plugged in. In regards to your testing for that then, because the GFCI device itself can occasionally malfunction or wear out over time, it's important that we test them at the beginning of each shift. This is done by depressing the test button on the receptacle or GFCI breaker, or the portable as well, and you'll hear a faint click sound as the device trips. You can further confirm the receptacle is de-energized by plugging in a power tool to the receptacle and try to operate it. It should not run if the GFCI tripped as designed. Once everything is confirmed that they are functioning properly, press the reset button to re-energize the receptacle or circuit. Goes without saying, but if any device is not functioning properly, do not